This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Mississippi State head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense will go on the attack first. Jamal Roberts, one of the better running backs in all of college football and a vital cog in this offense.
Well, it's a program time and time again, whether it's Heisman trophies, All-Americans, first-round draft picks, it always seemed to have really good running backs. And how nice is it, David, as an offense, year in, year out? You know, there's somebody you can turn around, hand the football off to, and you can get explosive plays. And I think it's no different with this offense this year based on who they've got in the backfield.
Well, it's just kind of crazy thinking about the list of guys and how they've developed them so well over the years. And it just adds on each other. When you start walking through their facility, it's like, holy cow, he played here, and him, and him, and him. And so just having that guy at that spot, it settles everything down in an offense. And it also makes you have some swag, too, because we got a dude at the running back spot that will make plays.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Bentley. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Between the hashes, it's Black. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing failed.
Pulls it on the option. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
From the gun, it's Blaylock. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the RPO, got it. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. To the 41 with the first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Dropping back, it's Bentley. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Traore. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sooners are rolling down the field. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Looking to throw for it. Moves to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Quick give, it's Blaylock. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Play action on 1st down. Left side is Traore. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Now, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out, because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So they put together a 9-play, 70-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Deep in the end zone, it's Worthy. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads in the nick of time.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll go to the counter. All over him immediately.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Right side, it's Henderson. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return. coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Hits inside. It's Blaylock. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Looking to throw, it's Bentley. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
It's such great third down defense, seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And the quarterback brought up two and sacked at the 12. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Caught. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trying to make one miss. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Drops back, it's Bentley. In traffic, it's Blaylock. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
I tell you, man, this kid has NFL-type leg strength. He just booted that into the wind, and that was no problem.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. He's changing the play. To the air, it's Bentley. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Right back to the well. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
The Bulldogs will use their 1st timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun. Under pressure. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could...
He makes a grab, and he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running inside, it's Roberts. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Hits the hole. It's Walker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Moves the pocket. It's Bentley. Rolls right. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it way down the field. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And it's no good. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity.
He's going for the big play. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the number 12 team, the BYU Cougars.
And the Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build. Snagged it, and there's running kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The run inside. It's Wilson. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Tackle almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Got him quickly. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
And that wasn't easy. Hitch route on 3rd down with tight coverage. The receiver doing a great job shielding the defender away from him, catching it and getting the first.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wilson. Defense all over him.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. They'll run the screen. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Straight ahead, it's Wilson. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. This crowd knows when to bring it. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the 2nd half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the 1st half. 2nd half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the 1st half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive, their ability to run.
From the gun, it's Walker. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose. It'll be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Back to pass, it's Bentley. Finds his target. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to Xavier. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeps it. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Quick give. It's Robinson. Breaks into the open. He'll be dropped. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. That is the freshman tight end who's still down on the field. We hope that's not too serious. Holly will keep an eye on it. Hits inside. It's Blaylock. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Quarterback signaling to his guys. To the air. It's Bentley. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Could not make his way to the corner. After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Running inside, it's Wilson. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Hauls it in at the 25, and the returner will be knocked down. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Takes the handoff. It's Roberts. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They give it back to him. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Bentley. Going to take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. In the backfield, it's Black. Across the 45. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And the drive has been really, really solid. And we've got to maximize this possession. Down a couple of possessions. Got to make sure we're aggressive, not reckless, but aggressive, and make sure we've got a plan for the shorter part of the field down here so we can get a touchdown.
The run inside. It's Wilson. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on fourth down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wilson. They put the brakes on it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Out wide right, it's Evans. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man. Oh, what a cut! Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Sells the run, looking to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Long way to go on 2nd down. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next.
Up and hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, second miss of the day. We might not see him again.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Here comes the heat. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being up.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Looks it in. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Straight ahead, it's Roberts. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. Defense calls a timeout. 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown Sooner! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Send the tight end in motion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of that one.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they've gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to...
There he goes. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's going to take off. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Trying to take it back. Inside the pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there on that 4th down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it. They're going to have to throw it. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with a W.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle.
Number 19, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. And they'll start this drive off in business. 1st and goal from the 9.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
He's going for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. I mean, they got nothing on the last snap. Let's see if they try to throw it in on 3rd and goal from the 1. Xavier again. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
He'll bring it out. It's Crosby. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. No one's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
With